BonaSalto.
Welcome to this BonaSalto tutorial. I will show you in this video how to configure your show jumping course. Note that for other courses such as cross-country or driving courses, the same principles apply. Before we start, here is a useful tip. Use the camera tools to easily set back your view to the riser position. First, save the current camera position. Second, restore the camera position anytime to quickly set your view back to the riser, for example, to call the menu again. Let us first see how such a course works at all. With the key combination Ctrl-Alt-T, you can toggle your view to see transparent objects. Now you can suddenly see where all the sensors of the course are. See this checkpoint with a specific number defined in the description field. Also, the jump bars have sensors in them and will count as faults if touched. Use the same key combination, Ctrl-Alt-T, to go back to the normal view. In order to allow you to have multiple courses on your sim, you can set a specific course ID for each course, so that they are not mixed up. Simply use the menu and enter it. Do not use white space in the course ID. Let's see what that changed. First, derez the course, and then res it again. As we look into a checkpoint sensor, we can see that the description field indeed uses the new course ID, my course 1, followed by a colon and the checkpoint number. Same is true for other sensors. After you set a course ID for the blue jump course riser, do the same for the brown guides riser. Now let us look into the configuration of individual jumps. The white jump risers have their own menu and, depending on the jump, allow you to configure its properties. For this triple bar jump, it is height and spread. Let's change the height. The current height is 2 meters, and we can choose between some preset heights from easy to hard, or set the exact height we want. We keep it easy for now. But be aware. If you derez the jump and bring it up again, you will get the jump as it was set up initially. If that is what you wanted, fine. If not, then make sure to store the setting after your change. You can look up the change in the description field of the jump riser, where we also see other settings such as the course ID. Let's test it out again. Do you notice how the jump bars are adjusted after the resing? Now bear with me, as you should almost forget what you just learned. Although the setting is stored in the jump riser, this jump riser will be replaced if you res the whole course again. This is why you need what we call remote configuration. Sounds more difficult than it is. In order to store jump configurations permanently for the course, we have to use the course riser. Our riser system is capable of storing individual settings for objects in the riser. So under Config, find the Jumps section and select the jump you want to configure. In our case, this is jump number 1. This will now call the individual configuration menu of that jump, so it could look a bit different depending on the jump type and allows you to do the same settings that we tried before. However, as you hit Store this time, it won't store it in the jump riser, but in the course riser instead. As this is pretty cool, let's also do some spread changes as well. Store each of the offered properties when changed. Let's test it out once more. Worked nicely. Our next topic is the start configuration, which also includes course tracking and scoring, as all these essential elements sit in the start object. Changes on the settings are handled the same way as for jumps. So you call the same config submenu and then jumps, but this time select item 0, which is the start object. As for the jumps, you should get a remote configuration menu of the start and course tracker, which may look different than seen here depending on your version. You can see the current configuration values and can also change them. For more details, please refer to the online documentation, which we link in the description of this video. To give you an idea, we changed the fault points to 4. As another example, we changed the horse-only setting. As per default, the course only allows resed objects that you sit on. For example, a horse pet, a riding system, a car, or similar. Avatars not sitting on such an object, even if they have a horse attached, are not allowed per default since they could use speed boosters and other unfair add-ons. In order to allow them anyway, we set the horse-only option to false. Again, use store to make these changes permanent and thus keep them after re-resing. The last two topics are about repositioning and are related with each other. Let's begin with changing jump and guides positions. In fact, this is not restricted to jumps and guides, but all objects that are resed, for example, start and finish. Here, we reposition the start reser object, the signs with the text start on them. All the related resed objects, such as the start line and the transparent start sensor, will follow automatically. We can do the same with the finish reser object and any of the jump resers. Note that you only need to move the respective reser, for example, the white number block of a jump. After you have done your position changes, go to the course reser menu and select Update. This will store all current positions and rotations relative to the course reser. Always do a test to make sure you get what you intended. For the guides, you proceed in a similar way. These are no resers, but simple objects, which in fact doesn't matter. Only be aware that they are stored in the brown guides reser. So use the right reser to do the update for the guides. Lastly, we cover repositioning of the main resers, such as the course and guides reser. Some people don't like them at the left front corner of the course area as we deliver it, but somewhere else, maybe more hidden. That is no problem. Simply select them all, move and rotate as you like, and hit that update button. Again, this stores the relative positions of the reser's objects, and that is what we need for this case as well. One final tip. If you like to store a backup copy of your course or guides reser, make sure you deresed it first and then take your copy. Enjoy your courses and have fun.